Welcome to Dancing with Time, hosted by Beth Amin and me, Patty Teal. This podcast is all about self-care, inspiring and supporting each other to live our essential nature, which is timeless. I'm not young, I'm not old, I just am. Join us for conversation, movement, and meditation. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Time Out with the Twins with my dear twin and friend Patty Teal and me, there she is waving, and me, Beth Amin. We're so delighted to have you with us every week on this podcast that focuses on self-care and the depth of what that means. So it goes into self-love, how you create in the moment, how you create your own life, and really, truly, how to stay in a state of joy as much as possible and cherish every minute of this gift of a life. So we speak spontaneously every week. We find a topic that's kind of percolated up from conversations during the week, or something that's pertinent for us, and we just riff on it. We just improvise on the topic. And I know Patty has selected a focus this week that has to do with when circumstances are providing other information than, oh, this joy of the moment that you want to be in, right? How do you resolve that current reality with the focused reality and still stay in the moment? Something like that, right, Patty? Go ahead.
Oh, right. So all the manifestation experts seem to be in agreement that you need to feel as if what you want is already there. You know, I already am wealthy and abundant and joyous, but sometimes it's challenging, and I don't even want to say it's challenging because you feel like, oh no, I said something that is going to be negative. But the fact is, you know, you're behind on this bill or that bill. And you have to stay in that space of, I am abundant, I am wealthy, I am joyous. So that's the challenge. I feel like I'm making some progress on it. Beth was kind enough to send me a book. What is it called? A Happy Pocket Full of Money that I've been reviewing. And this morning I got up and I wrote my life story, not as it basically is, but I wrote it as it is, as I wish it is, but I wrote it in the tense of, I have this wonderful, amazing life. I have this amazing everything, you know, and it really did help. And it really kind of is changing my attitude. But today we're just talking about, how do you ignore the circumstances around you and really feel as if you've obtained all these things that you're manifesting. So
You're asking for my thoughts on that?
Yes, I am.
And yeah, well, in my humble opinion, this is just one of the most profound ways to really focus on. It's such a consciousness expander, because you have to get on a very deep level your essential nature, which is that you are a creator, and we are having a mystical experience in this, if you read anything about quantum physics, this field where thought implants the substance of reality and it starts to create the results of what you want. So I think that it stimulates a deep belief in who you are as a creative being, which is, our essential nature, and that every possibilities are all open for us. At least, in our reality here where we live, it's easier to do that. So, and then you get some understanding of the shifting of circumstances, and that what you've created is from previous thoughts. If we are buying into that, everything that we create is definitely, we have a feel in it, or a place in it, or a responsibility for many of the things that come into our reality for us to respond to. So I think that's number one, is that you get a sense of who you essentially are as a multidimensional being, and not just someone stuck by circumstances. And I think the other powerful practice that's contained in that, besides knowing the vastness of your nature, is that it focuses you on where all you've got, which is the moment. So if you're really focused on circumstances that are, dragging you down, you're not actually present in the moment, which is made of joy and abundance and wealth. So it's not that it's an easy task, but I think that those things really are our deepest spiritual practices. So it's a stimulant for that in a certain way. Expand your belief and put you in the creative mode. Because what's important? Enjoying the moment and then creating with your thoughts the next enjoyable circumstances. So anyway, that's kind of my first little take on that, Patty. Anything over there from you?
Well, just as I said, I think I am getting better at it. I mean, there's a temptation to go, who, me? I didn't create this mess. That's just
Yeah, exactly. Really?
What do
Why
you
would
mean
I do
I
that?
created my own reality? This is just bad luck. But definitely, we do create our reality. And one clue about it is, sometimes you see a repeated pattern, and it may be one
Yeah.
that you're not real happy with, and you just have to realize, I've done something here to create this reality again, and it is not the reality I want. And so you have to be very aware of your thoughts. And also, I think you have to be careful of not taking in other people's negativity as well.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying if you have somebody that's in your family or you love that you can't be around them if they're always negative, but if somebody is continually kind of dragging you down with their reality check, that's not where you need to focus your energy. So you have to be strong enough to carry that vision without being wounded is the word that comes to mind, but without it getting into your psyche.
Coloring your own vision. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's truth number 3 that's contained in this is controlling your response, because you really, I mean, the world is vast and circumstances do come in, and maybe some of them are not all. I mean, you, in the most positive sense, you can read that everything is for your benefit and everything is your learning process. But so much of it, if we say that number 1 is realizing you're a creator, number 2 is essentially being in the moment, realizing the abundance of that. Number 3 would be your response. I mean, that just came up in the conversation. How do I control my response to the circumstances? Is that all I really have in the end? So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
it's and that's what you're talking about, essentially. Like, what do I do? I've got this thing around. How do I respond to it? And sometimes it really is difficult to create a separation from what's going on around you and move somewhere else. But hey, that's what we got, right?
That's what we got. And
That's what we
this
got.
morning, I woke up and I wrote my story, and it may look very different from the reality that people live with me see, but
Mhm.
it really felt good to do
Oh,
it. I felt it. And so I'm going to start making that a part of my mornings. I like to write and journal anyway. And so
yeah.
it's life as I want it to be, but I'm putting it in the tense of this is what's happening right now. And it's very powerful.
It is, because in the moment you feel better, and that's all there is feeling good in the moment. So that could be our 4th little thing, is how do you feel? And I know we ask that question often in our little set of questions about, am I in self-care? Am I being kind to myself? But just as that came up, that's like number 4. How do I feel? What makes me feel good? Does this make me feel good? Oh, and the power and the practice and the strength that it takes to make a choice, to
Right.
feel better is also part of that depth of self-care, which is what our essential topic is here. So
Right.
it's pretty. Those are such good things to bring up. I
Yeah.
never realized that there's like little items in
Right.
there of,
Right.
of kind of focused truths or whatever, focused stuff, something. Yeah.
Right. And then I think too, one of the very first things that we all need to do is just kind of be aware of our thoughts. Sometimes you have this repeated negative loop
Ooh,
that you're
yeah.
not even aware is going on. And once you start to really listen to yourself, oh my goodness, no
Yeah.
wonder this is happening. I had this thought, and I had it again and again and again. So you need to reframe anything that is not what you want, because things do have a way, those thoughts, of becoming your reality. I mean, I have to laugh because one of my daughters, is a bit OCD, actually more than a bit, but um, she worries about dirty silverware and hair in her food or whatever. And sure enough, when we go out to a restaurant, she's the one that always gets the yucky thing in her food or the gross thing. And I think that she's bringing it to herself by being so worried about it. Of course, she doesn't
Yeah.
mean to be doing that, but those thoughts, they just kind of bring that yucky stuff to her.
Well, I guess that's the, repetition we get in our loops. But, what's that saying? Like, if you think about red cars, that's what you see is red cars everywhere.
Right.
So it's where you focus your attention tends to just show up. It's a reflective universe. And
Right.
so that's
Hopefully
why
we're
you got to
not
be
alone.
on your job. Man, it's a full-time job. You got to
Hopefully
be
we're all
on it.
not eating that yucky stuff and just aren't paying attention to it.
Oh yeah. If you don't see it, is it really there?
Yeah.
That hand. If you don't clap, is the tree falling, or however? What is that
Right,
say?
right, right. Yeah. Anyway, we have to have our little humor in there. So anyway, we really want your input. Anyone who's listening, and Beth, we should mention your book as well.
Ah, yes. Oh, I don't have a copy with me down here today, but I do have a wonderful book called Joyous Everyday Living, which you can get through me at bethamine.com or on Amazon. And this is one of the systems that will help you really go through and create constantly what is right for you. It's got 7 qualities. There's an 8th actually, which is celebration. And you define periodically what these qualities are for you so that you can be in the perpetual newness of your own life. And so it's called Joyous Everyday Living. And pretty soon we'll be done with our talk segment, and I'm going to do a little movement segment, which always puts you in the moment. And Patty's going to do her meditation. And Patty, you wanted to tell everybody a bit about your meditation and how to use it. Isn't that right?
Right. And I'm thinking that as we move along, these are kind of going to be dream starters, your dream. So I will definitely get you started and hopefully help you get relaxed. We'll be listening to some beautiful healing music in the background. I can help you with the breathing and the relaxation and get you started. But then hopefully your own dreams can take off as the music leads you to wherever you want to go. So I want to think of them as dream starters. So
Oh, that's very poetic. That's beautiful. Yeah, kind of a set the tone, set the mood, and then it stops the external reality of whatever's going on, gives you a moment, like a beautiful colors or something to attune to that you can then take off. Perfect.
Right.
So I think that because that is as important as any of the practices too, is the quieting and the visioning and the dreaming and the relaxing and all
Because
those
it's your
things.
creation, your life. So hopefully I'll
Yeah.
put you in a state so that you can create it.
Yeah, and pretty soon we'll be able to have you come in or type in on the Zoom or on the YouTube channel and ask us some questions that we can all go over, and we'll be very interactive with that. And
Or give us your advice. You may have some wisdom to share. We love that.
absolutely, and you'll be able to review by themselves the movements and the meditations too. So we want to make it really easy for you to just have some fun. So Patty, shall I take it over with a little bit of
That would be wonderful. I'm going to be ready
a
to
little bit of
stretch right along
movement?
with you.
All right, everyone, let's get a sense of our bodies. Just shifting our weight from one foot to the other. I want you to pay attention to your posture. Feel those cores pulling in tight, your chest lifting, opening your shoulders back and down, and a simple shift of weight from one foot to the other as we kind of begin to get a sense of our body moving in a fluid way through time. Okay, let's gently get some breathing happening. Swing our arms just a little bit more. From one foot to the other, you can lift off your heel. And swing those arms. All right, let's just go a little bit higher on each side. Roll that core in and let it come all the way up. The arms all the way up. Good. Now all the way around as you shift your weight from one side to the other. If you're seated in your chair, you can still do these same motions, really using your upper body and having those arms go all the way around. Let's switch directions. Coming all the way around, and I'm really feeling my sides, and I'm feeling my tummy pulled in tight as I make these nice circles and open up my whole upper body and swing with a little bit of rhythm and a little bit of flow of motion. All right, let's plant our feet now. Open up our shoulders really wide. Take a nice deep breath. Breathing in and breathing out. So I'd like your palms up. Breathing in and pressing it down. The palms down. Palms up, looking up. Palms down, looking down. Notice my stance is really wide because I want to be as big and as open as I possibly can. One more nice deep breath. Get up on your heels if you can. Up, 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 up and down. All right. Bring your feet a little closer. We're going to bend our knees and shift our weight from one side to the other. You can take a little jaunt around the room. Hello. Hello there. And I'm just lifting my knees, shifting my weight from one side to the other. So there's a little bend, and I'm not just in a straight march, but I have a little lean, and my elbows are moving too. So we have a bit of a full body motion going on. And notice my feet are not leaving the floor. So I'm not pounding at all. I'm just lifting my heels for kind of a groovy little dance walk. And you can make that a little bit bigger. Take it around in a little circle. All right. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, I'm bending my knees, and I'm doing the backup girl thing with the hands. Right? Everything goes up, everything goes down. Let's do that on the other side. Everything's bending, going up and down. Boom, boom, boom. Good. All right. Oh, that feels good. I just want to have a little hip stretch now. I'm not bending my knees. I'm just extending my hip to the side. You can even put your hand there. Core is pulled very tight. Oh, that feels like such a good stretch. I'm going to do one more little stretch to the side. Oh my gosh, I love a stretchy stretch. Hold this leg. Come up slowly. Let's just stretch to the other side. Oh, come up slowly. Open up so wide. Open your heart. Open your lungs. Open everything. And let's do 3 nice deep breaths. Oh, just so simple and so short, but it feels so good. Uh-oh, I'm coming down a little bit. I'm rounding up. We never know what happens sometimes with our bodies. Breathing in and exhaling down. Let's look up and look down. Here's our next breath together. And out and off you go into your fabulous, fabulous meditation. Mwah. Thank you for joining me with this little bit of movement, and keep on moving throughout the day. You can use this movement over and over again during the day and the week till we see you next. So thank you so much.
Today's meditation is for dreamers everywhere, because everything in life starts with a dream. If it's comfortable for you, sit cross-legged on the floor, or sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Either way, keep your spine straight. If you prefer, you can lie down on your back with your legs apart so they're comfortable. Whichever position you've chosen, have your palms facing upward. Point your toes toward your face. Hold it. Hold it. Now let go. And now, tighten your bottom really tight. Pull it in. Tighter, tighter, and let go. Pull your belly way in, all the way in. Good. Now let go. And now open your chest by trying to have your shoulder blades touch each other in the back, but they won't really touch each other. Just stick your chest out, way out, all the way. Come on now. Good. And relax. And now, keeping your arms straight, make fists. Don't bend your elbows and lift both arms. As you do this, make such a tight fist that you actually begin to shake. Really tight. Tighter, tighter. And now, just let go and drop your arms. Again, turn your palms upward. Now press your chin into your neck. Hold it, and relax. Focus your attention on your face. Wrinkle your forehead. Relax. And now lift your eyebrows way up. And relax. And now close your eyes very tightly. Tighter, tighter. Good. And relax. Wrinkle your nose and relax your nose. Now open your mouth very widely. Wider, wider, wider. Move your mouth to the right, to the left, and back to the middle. And now relax your mouth. Feel your whole body relaxing. Just let your body go. Now, with your mouth closed, breathe in through your nose. Breathe in deeply and fully. Hold your breath. Hold, hold. And as you breathe out any problems or worries. Just let them go. Again, breathe in deeply. Hold your breath. Hold it. Hold it. And breathe out any problems or worries. And breathe in. Hold. Hold. And breathe out. Relax fully and completely. In your mind's eye, the space between your eyebrows, see a very large movie screen. On the screen is a movie you're producing, starring you. Set the scene for your movie. It can take place anywhere. It's an inspirational movie about you. See a special place where you feel comfortable and at peace. It can be anywhere you want it to be. A garden, a castle, by the ocean, or in your own backyard. It's totally up to you. See it now. In your mind's eye, you step into your movie scene. Wherever you are, find the perfect place to lie down and relax. Think about something you want to have, somewhere you want to go, or something you want to do. It's your movie, and it starts with a dream. You might imagine yourself with lots of money, traveling the world, having a successful business, a happy family, or anything else that warms your heart. This is your movie, your dream. See it happening. Feel it. Create it. You are fulfilled and happy. Breathing in, you are happy. Breathing out, you are happy. Breathing in, you are fulfilled. Breathing out, you are fulfilled. Stay and dream for as long as you'd like. When you feel complete, wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently open your eyes part way and reorient yourself to your environment.